Okay, for this tutorial I'm going to show you how to define a variable in SPSS. The first thing we'll do is we'll start with our survey. You'll notice on this survey, this is my health behavior survey from 2007. Each question that is on the survey is considered a variable in SPSS. So I'm going to start by defining in the data set, what sex are you, question number 1. So the first thing I need to do is I need to open up SPSS, which is called PASW Statistics 17. When I launch this, it will ask me if I want to enter new data. So I'm going to type in data, and you should have a blank data set like this. So the very first thing I normally do is I give each survey that I collect from people a unique identification number. You'll notice in SPSS we have data view and we have variable view. The tabs are down at the bottom left. So I'm going to start by going to the variable view, and under name I'm going to type ID number because I want to assign each survey a unique identification number, and I'm not going to worry about any of these other things right now. My second variable is actually going to come from the survey. So when you look back at the survey, you notice the first question is what sex are you? So I'm going to call that question 1 on my data set. You could call it Q1 sex or whatever you want to call it. For me, it's easier sometimes just to have the question number listed. This variable is numeric because I'm going to assign a number 1 or 2 for gender. And under label, I'm going to type the question. Under values, I have to go back to my survey and notice that 1 is given male and 2 is assigned to female. So under values, if you click on the box, you'll notice a little box comes up to the right. I put value 1 as male and add. Value 2 is female and add. And I click OK. Missing values refer to what you do when somebody does not answer the question. You can leave this as none, which means that when you get your output, SPSS will assign a dot to that space, or you can actually give it a value. So if you click on the box for missing and you click on discrete missing values, I usually give it a 9 if the response options are less than 9, or I give it a 99 if the response options include 9 but not 99, or I give it a 999 or 9999 depending on whether or not the response options include the answer. For this example, I'm not going to include anything for missing. And then the last column under measure, this is gender, and gender is a nominal scale, so I'm going to put nominal. Now when I come back to data view, you'll notice that I can enter in the number of the survey, and I can enter in whether the person was a male or whether they were a female by putting a 2. I'm going to create one more variable for you. Notice if I want to create a variable, I can either hit the variable tab at the bottom, or I can double click and it takes me to the third column. So I'm going to come back to the survey and I'm going to scroll down to question 16, and you'll notice here that this year I plan on exercising to lose weight. Strongly disagree to strongly agree is my scale, with 1 being assigned to strongly disagree and 5 assigned to strongly agree. So I'll come back to SPSS, and the name of this variable is question 16, Q16. It's a numeric variable. The width tells me how many numbers or letters can be included, and 8 is the default, which is fine, and the decimals are 2, which is the default, which is fine. And this time I'm going to write, this year I plan on exercising to lose weight. The values were 1 is strongly disagree, 2 was disagree, 3 was neither, 4 was agree, and 5 was strongly agree. And just to double check that, yes. The next one was dieting to lose weight. So just to show you a brief shortcut, this is Q17. This year I plan on dieting to lose weight. And to save time, I can copy, click on that box, I can edit, copy, or Control C, come down to this box, edit and paste, or Control V, and it keeps the answer response options the same. When I come back to my data view, you'll notice these variables are added to the right. This is simply the best way to enter in variables into SPSS.